Hello guys, how are you? Myself malkarisanthosh. Welcome to my channel. So this is part of the series we have started for the technical challenges, how to extract the data using Apache Py APIs. And this is the third video. And in this video, we're gonna discuss the debugging, which was the implementation which we have done. So if you have not gone to the previous videos, kindly go to the part 1 and part 2 videos. So in part 1 video, we have described the theoretical knowledge, how to extract the data, and in the second part we have discussed the implementation in IntelliJ using Apache Py and Java programming. In this video we are showing the debugging, so how exactly the operation has been executed. So let's continue the session. Now let's try to debug it and try to understand more deeper. So let me keep a debug point here. So let me keep a debug point, and also I will keep two more debug points in the utility as well, so that we can iterate in the loop. So I will keep one more debug point in the other for loop. So let's try to run in debug mode. To run in debug mode, we need to use debug. So once you click on debug mode, it start building the project, and then it will start the execution in debug mode. Okay. So yeah, so we got the debugger here. Okay, so it is collecting the data, and let's see. Yeah, so now we are entered into the execution. So let's start with the input file. So the pointer is with the input file here. So at this point it is trying to identify the file name which we have mentioned under this path. Okay, so if I come out of this point, so now input file string is assigned to the string path. Okay, so this is the path. We have given user dot directory, but it will actually fetch the file as per our Excel. Okay, now we will be having the file name here. So later what we are doing, we are using these extract data static method to perform our extraction of data. Okay, so let's do that. So now it entered into the extract data method. Okay, so the application is still running. Okay, so the sheet name which we have provided is Santosh underscore data. So you can see the navigation here. So we have given input as sheet name and also the path to the extract data method. It has created a empty list of hash map. Then it entered into the file, and we have assigned the file path to the file which is the input stream. Now this file will be having the input stream of our path. So we have given this file to the workbook class from the Apache Py API. So now this workbook method is having this file which we have given, which is the data of players. Okay, so later it went into the sheet name, okay, using the sheet class, and in sheet it identify how many records are there, that means how many rows. So the total there are 6 rows, as we are including the header as well. So once it got the count of total records, now we have taken the header row for our for storing the key of the hash map as a column header. Okay, and then we have entered into the for loop. Okay, in the for loop we are starting with number 1 because we are excluding the header row. Apart from header row, we are going with other rows. Okay, so we are starting with row 1. Now the row value is 1 here. Okay, now once the row value is taken, it will take the first row value and it will now calculating the total number of cells in that row. Okay, so if I do this, so we will get the total count of the cells in the particular row. So in the first row we are having 5 columns. Okay, now we are creating the new hash map to insert our key value pair for each row, and as we taken the total number of cells count, we are iterating the cells by each and every cell from the row. Okay, So we are having total of 5 cells in one row. So we entered into the first cell here. Okay, in the first cell we are first checking whether the cell value is string or numeric, because it is very important to check data format as well, as there are numeric format and string format and date format and boolean format in Excel. So according to that we need to extract the data. So first it will check the cell type. As it is checking the cell type as Virat Kohli, which is a string, so it will enter it into the case string, because as it is string. And once it is entered into the string, we are now updating the hash map to header and value, so using the put method. So if you see the hash map right now is 0, because we have it entered. If I now execute this step, you will be having one size with Virat Kohli and the player name. Okay, so now it will break this and it will come out of the loop, as we don't require any other value here. Okay, now again it went to the second cell. Okay, the second cell value is a country name, so again it will come to the current cell and get cell type. It is a India. Okay, India is also a string. Now it will insert into the cell value pair. Now the size of the hash map will be 2 with country name and player name. Okay, so let's see for the third value, which is current cell is ODI. Okay, ODI is a format, so it is also a string. So we having 3 values here. Okay, so the next value is numeric, because it is a numeric, which is 43, which is the number of centuries. Okay, as well usually it is a numeric, but we are converting it into string because we need to place in the hash map. Okay, we have converted it and we are placing it in the hash map now. Now the hash size will be 4 with the number of centuries also. And we have the final value, which is the highest score. It is also a numeric. Now we are inserting these numeric values also in the hash map. So total there will be 5 records. Okay, now this entire thing happened in the for loop of iteration of cells. Okay, still we are in the first row. Okay, in the first row we have iterated all the cells and we got the hash map updated with 5 values, keys and values. Okay, the keys will be the header names and values will be the values of the particular row. Okay, now the 5 rows have been done, right? Now if I iterate it, it will again go to the first for loop. Okay, before that it will add these values all in the list. Okay, because we are taking list also on top of hash map, right? Now if you see the list, okay, where is our list? This is the list. So in the list the size is 1. In the first list the index is 0. In first index we will be having all these 5 values. Okay, now it came to the second iteration. Okay, the second iteration is I equal to 2. So that means that is the second row. Okay, so now the second row will be having different player name. Okay, now let me try to iterate it entirely. So let me do it now. Okay, so if you see the hash map count now, okay, it is having 3 values, which is David 1 ODI, and so if I do one more round of iteration, the country name also added, and now list also having 2 values, one is 0 and one is 1, the one value with the other player details. Okay, and likewise we need to iterate each and every. Okay, so each and every player. Now we got list of 3 items, which is third player also, which is Ben Stokes. If I iterate one more time, okay, now we got the 4th player details in the list, which is Sanath Jaisurya with his details. Now we have one more row with other player details. Okay, let me add that as well. Okay, now if you see, we got the details of the players which we have executed. Okay, so because we have printed these values here. Okay, this is how we debug the code, and we have successfully implemented the extraction of Excel data using Apache API, and also we have debugged it. So this is the most sophisticated way to handle Excel data. Okay, so this is all about debugging. and we have completed all the three parts, and hope you have enjoyed the series on extraction of data from Excel using Apache Py and Java programming. So if you have liked the video, share to your friends, colleagues, and also subscribe to my channel. So if you have subscribed, we will keep more efforts and we will bring more series here for the technical challenges and any Java programs related to any automation requirements. Okay, so have a nice day, take time. Thank you, bye.